Welcome everybody to Monday Night Raw here in Jacksonville, Florida. And we are starting out here tonight with a tag match with a mystery partner for the one side of things.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 515 pounds. The team of Bron Breakker and Baron Corbin.
Of course, it's not this side of things. We've got the mystery partner, Bron Breakker, Baron Corbin, the Wolf Dogs. Bron Breakker, a possible world champion contender coming up. Opportunity maybe, I don't know. But of course, this would be the man he would be facing if that opportunity happens. Oof, it could be interesting. Finally, Bron Breakker might be able to finally get his rematch. And then there's also other deserved match for the world title. He technically deserves 2 titles. He just hasn't had a great win record recently, and it's yet to be confirmed for sure. But, you know, this is a little build, teaser, whatever you want to talk about it.
And their opponents, first from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk.
Well, CM Punk's been testing Bron Breakker. Now it's a tag match. Let's see who CM Punk's partner's gonna be. Let's find out, shall we? Oh, okay, that's huge. Who's he gonna be? I mean, well, it's the New Day, but there's 2 men there, though. Woods not got the jacket on, so maybe it's Woods. I don't know. It's gonna be one of the 2 World Tag Team Champions.
And accompanied by Xavier Woods, representing the New Day from Ghana, West Africa, weighing in at 212 pounds, one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Kofi Kingston.
Well, okay, sounds like it's going to be Kofi Kingston. I mean, it's very well known. Kofi, Punk are friends. I guess I should have made that point earlier, but nonetheless. Anyways, don't forget tonight, King of the Ring action. Final, one of the first round for the Raw side of things. R-Truth Theory, same for the women. Bayley, Jaida Parker. We also have a tag team match, the main event to see who will take on the New Day at King Queen of the Ring. But right now we have this tag match that we now know Kofi Kingston is going to be CM Punk's partner. It's the team of champions here, not what I was expecting. One half of the World Tag Team Champions teaming up with the World Heavyweight Champion. Let's get this going, shall we? Oh, CM Punk tags Kofi in. Of course, Bron Breakker wanted CM Punk to be one of the 2 men in this matchup. He didn't want CM Punk to get all rusty in his old age. His words, not mine. Bron not too happy that CM Punk's messing with him. Oh, and a hot shot. I don't know about CM Punk. CM Punk's going to play the mind games with Bron Breakker. He's going to want to shake loose Bron Breakker. He's going to want to mess around with him. Jeez, on a shot right to the back to Bron Breakker. But jeez, Bron knocks him off the apron, but Kofi Kingston takes advantage. Jeez. I mean, this could be a nice little warm-up, I guess, for Kofi Kingston on the way to King Queen of the Ring. You know, keeping in action, keeping it warm and all that. I mean, maybe not necessarily for Xavier Woods, but, you know, I mean, they have to kind of get used to sometimes, you know, teaming with E, who's currently out. We believe maybe Bobby Lashley had something to do with that in their matchup. We know the stipulation took him out of the match at WrestleMania, but he hasn't returned as of yet. I'm sure he will soon. As Kofi goes to cover over Baron Corbin, I think broke that, but Bron Breakker kicked out nonetheless. Either way, both things happen. Referee, whoa, where is referee going? I don't know where Jessica Carr was going there, but it does not matter. Bron Breakker, the boot right to the face, and Bron Breakker going to drag CM Punk out here. Jeez, yeah. Oof, of course, it's always interesting to see how we get to the world title pictures and the WWE title pictures for both men and the women when it goes to King Queen of the Ring, because you've got to question who deserves to be able to jump over the entire King and Queen of the Ring tournament. And Bron Breakker is definitely a man that definitely deserves that. Kofi Kingston gets that leg drop kick out there by Bron Breakker. I mean, like I mentioned, he not only won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania, which gave him a world title shot of the brand that he is on, which of course he is on Raw. That means he gets the World Championship title match. And he also has his rematch clause from losing in the Elimination Chamber many months ago now. And I mean, he could have fought it, but he took on opponents. Jeez, faced belly by Punk. And now Punk is in. And now going to deal some damage on Bron Breakker and take off some of this rust. But yeah. So, plus it's been, the reason why Bron Breakker hasn't had those matches is because people have been like Punk and Drew have been basically trying to have it one-on-one. So they basically had to fight together one-on-one, and Bron Breakker's lost time and time again, which means he's lost his opportunity. You see a Punk, She's trying to cause some havoc. They're trying to send Baron into Bron, but Baron was just able to avoid it. Bron's just not happy that CM Punk's got goaded Baron Corbin into tagging in. Now that Bron's back to his feet, I think this is just CM Punk playing mind games. Maybe not just between himself and Bron, but also between Baron and Bron. I mean, we've been questioning Baron's loyalty, though. He did have a test for loyalty a few months ago, and it did succeed. But, you never know for sure. Jeez, he was called the Lone Wolf once upon a time. Jeez, there's oof! Baron Corbin gets that shot right to the face. Now not a Lone Wolf, he is a Wolf Dog, along with badass Bron Breakker, the former World Heavyweight... Oh, not the former, he was a former World Heavyweight Champion. Drew McIntyre, the former World Heavyweight Champion. But yeah, but with those losses that I was mentioning about, that is exactly how Bron Breakker... Punk questioned how much he deserved it. And Bron's run through some competition the past few weeks. Took on Rey Mysterio, took on Johnny Gargano, took on Javon Evans, won all those matches. He is now in a winning record this season. So doing very good from and believe this year as well. And now we're just going to the tag matches, I guess. Jeez. Oof. But I do see this very much happening at some point. CM Punk, Bron Breakker for the World Heavyweight Championship. It seems very much the direction we are going. And Bron Breakker, I would argue there's nobody on any roster that deserves a title match more than Bron Breakker currently. Like I said, having the 2 reasons for it on top of having a winning record right now. So CM Punk sends Baron Corbin into it and defeating Rey Mysterio last week, no less. Like I said, I think all it is just a matter of time for CM Punk to take on Bron Breakker for the World Heavyweight Championship. When it will happen, I do not know. I am not the general manager, but I very much do believe that this will be happening soon. Anyways, Kofi Kingston going to work on Baron Corbin. Kofi Kingston had a little bit of a situation with him as well. We're talking about tournaments for King Queen of the Ring. The New Day decided, oh, why not we get some little tag tournament go, gets that boom drop on Baron Corbin. Goes to the cover, Bron Breakker finally back into the ring, but not as a legal participant. Jeez. We've had everybody be a legal participant in this match at some point or another, but Bron Breakker has yet to be tagged into the match. He started off, but has not been tagged into the match yet, if you were interested. But of course, they had that little mini one. Regal gave them 3 matches. So they had 2 tag team matches, first round matchups, and then we had we're having a finals here tonight between the Creeds and AOP. AOP were able to beat Gallus last week, and the Creeds were able to beat Alpha Academy the week before. So it'll be interesting to see who wins the main event, to see who will be taking on Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods for the World Tag Team Championships at King and Queen of the Ring. Jeez, that was not good for Kofi Kingston there. Jeez, and a bit of a tag team offense there by the Wolf Dogs. And I think I noticed it earlier, but I completely forgot to call it. Baron Corbin is busted wide open. And Bron Breakker, he wants a tag. Whether Baron Corbin's noticed it or not, I have no idea. Or maybe he has, sending Kofi Kingston into the corner there. Jeez, what a heavy shot. And again. Jeez, and there we go. There's the tag. Jeez, what is this one? Bron Breakker and Baron Corbin. Jeez. Oh, putting down Kofi. I don't quite know what grab Baron had on Kofi there, but nonetheless, it was effective here. Taking down one half of the World Tag Team Champions. I mean, this could be huge for Bron Breakker and Baron Corbin. I mean, if Bron Breakker can get the, or Baron Corbin get the pin over CM Punk, that would be huge to pin the World Heavyweight Champion. And even if they don't, they could pin the one half of the World Tag Team Champions in tag team action. That is pretty huge. I mean, it's not both World Tag Team Champions are in the match. Of course, Xavier Woods there on the outside. But nonetheless, it's still a huge... Bron Breakker really wanted CM Punk to tag himself in then, just like Baron Corbin did earlier in the matchup. Jeez, and Bron Breakker not taking too kindly to CM Punk. Jeez, CM Punk definitely playing the mind games here. Oh, and Bron Breakker just taking out Xavier Woods for his troubles. Xavier Woods did nothing. Xavier Woods has played, he's been a perfectly good manager. Hasn't got any involved in anything. Just been perfectly nice. And Baron Corbin Bron Breakker just taking him out of pure anger. Is Kofi Kingston going to give a kick to the face for his troubles? And now Kofi Kingston sending Bron Breakker, keep getting the names up into the corner. Jeez. And again, but this time we're seeing Punk's foot in the corner. Oh, of course, Bron Breakker got re-tagged, got put back into this match now, but he has been tagged in this matchup. Jeez, and a crossbody there by CM Punk. Heavyweight champion back in this match. I believe this is his first match since Backlash where he defeated Drew McIntyre. Jeez. Oof, what a match that was. Oof. Took a lot to put Drew McIntyre down, but CM Punk was able to do it nonetheless. Was able to win that championship at WrestleMania over Drew McIntyre. So not been too long of a reign. Bron Breakker had a longer reign, but CM Punk's reign is not over as of yet. Gets that lariat right to the chest of Bron Breaker. And I mean, I feel like, is CM Punk's like attention going to be completely focused on Bron Breaker right now? Because I mean, admittedly, like I said, it has not been confirmed yet, but it's looking more and more likely as the weeks go by that these two will face off for the World Heavyweight Championship. But like, is CM Punk thinking about the King of the Ring tournament? And we've got the final first round matchup on the Raw side of things here tonight. You know, and then we've got the final set for SmackDown, but that's not too interesting for CM Punk because if you win King of the Ring, you have to challenge for the World Championship of your brand. So CM Punk, you know, maybe he's hoping for a SmackDown win. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's hoping for a Raw win. You know, so he can expect his opponent for a few months, but at the same time, that's two people you're thinking of because, you know, it's still Clash of the Castle, Money in the Bank. To go like he's going to have to defend his title there, and who knows what happens in between, so it's not going to be an easy road. CM Punk gets that elbow drop on Bron Breaker, goes for the cover hooks the leg, Bron Breaker breaks out of it. Baron Corbin broke out of it, jeez. From Bron Breaker, he might be able to finally get the offense he's looking for on CM Punk, gets that good check right to CM Punk. He goes to the cover hooks leg, one, kick out there by CM Punk before Kofi Kingston can get him. He gets that elbow drop. Oh, and sending Kofi Kingston out, but like I was saying about the King of the Ring tournament, is he thinking about it? Like, how much is he thinking about it? I feel like it's got to be in his head at least a little bit. The question is, how much is CM Punk thinking about it? You know, like, is it going to be too much that he's thinking about? I don't know. I guess I'll have to see as time progresses, as if he can stay the World Heavyweight Champion as time progresses. But nonetheless, CM Punk right now going to work on Bron Breaker. With those knees, just trying to wear down the badass. Because, you know, maybe I think CM Punk has full intention of letting giving Bron Breaker the title opportunity. I mean, I felt like at one point, Bron Breaker could quite easily just ask for Regal at this point, and Regal would give it to him. But geez, CM Punk sends Baron Corbin, geez, into the ropes, poof. Yeah, but nonetheless, I think Bron Breaker's a little too hard-headed for that sometimes. Geez, Baron Corbin had to go, and I think Punk tried to get them together. Bron Breaker really not having that. Jeez. Baron Corbin now, he's back out of the corner. Jeez, at elbows. Oof. Again, it was Baron Corbin that tagged back into the matchup, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Bron Breaker is not purposely tagging out of this matchup on a deep six there. By Baron Corbin right to CM Punk. 1, 2. Kick out there by Punk. And Baron Corbin out. Jeez, gets that elbow right to the back of Punk. Jeez. Oof. When Baron Corbin out there, CM Punk pushes him off. Jeez. CM Punk. Sending Baron Corbin into the corner now. Jeez. Bron Breaker, yeah, now it's his turn to tag himself into the matchup. Jeez, CM Punk gets a shot right to the face of Bron Breaker. Jeez, Punk now, what a knee right to the side of the head. Might have been the ear, the eye, I don't know, but that was brutal. And now CM Punk going to get that Falcon Arrow right into the ring. CM Punk is controlling this matchup right now. I think it's because the Wolf Dogs are playing right into his hands. There's CM Punk now. What's he got in store for Bron Breaker? Oh, Baron Corbin, he wants to tag back in. Bron Breaker so he's going to give Baron Corbin exactly what he wants. CM Punk now. Yeah, again, the Wolf Dogs looking to play into his hand, and jeez, I'll send Baron Corbin right into Bron Breaker. Oh, we're looking to do it again, jeez. 2 for the price of 1 right there by CM Punk, and now CM Punk setting up Baron Corbin now. Oh, jeez, what's CM Punk going to go for here, jeez? Looking for the bit of a feint out there. I don't know what that was, but GDS right to Baron Corbin. Bron Breaker's knocked out somewhere on the outside. 1, 2, 3. Team champions get the win here tonight. Jeez. I mean, it is kind of a little bit funny. The last move that Bron Breaker received in the matchup was his partner running into him. No, it was more chucked into him, but, you know, nonetheless, technically the last contact the person he had in that matchup was his tag team partner going right into him. That took him out. It's kind of funny. I think Bron Breaker's going to take it funny at all. But nonetheless, it's given the win here tonight to the champions. Kofi Kingston doing exactly what CM Punk wanted him to do, I guess. It's given him the win. It's proved that CM Punk is not rusty. Going into that possible World Heavyweight Championship match happening at some point soon. And, you know, it's given a little bit of ring time between CM Punk and Bron Breaker, which I think is just going to all the more piss off Bron Breaker going into this match, which is maybe not what CM Punk wants. Maybe he feels like he might be able to make Bron Breakker slip up because he's that frustrated, but maybe it might just make Bron Breakker all that more deadly. I guess we'll have to wait and see how things pan out, what Regal decides to do, what CM Punk decides to do, what Bron Breakker decides to do. But like I said, I think we're imminent from this match being announced, to be honest. It just feels like it is in my heart. It feels like this is so close to happening. We just need to see it happen at this point, even if CM Punk drops the title next week. We still feel like we still need to see Punk versus Bron at some point, no matter anyways.
Here are your winners, the team of CM Punk and Kofi Kingston.
Well, congrats to Team Champions as they get a win here tonight. It's a very strong, effective win, especially against a tag team, I guess, where these two are not. Of course, could be part of a tag team with Woods on the outside, but not a tag team together. Friends, but not a tag team. So very impressive effort against I'm trying to think of the word. An actual tag team. There's definitely more word for it. Legitimate, I don't know. I feel like it begins with an R. Either way, what doesn't begin with an R is this man's name as he goes into the King of the Ring tournament first round qualifier matchups. So let's get it on with, shall we?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Grayson representing A-Town Down Under from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, Austin Theory.
I mean, I was talking about things that start with R. Neither of these men start with R. But I tell you what, the next man's name very much does.
Y'all know what time it is. This the part where we crank it up. Let's crank it up. Now here we go. People over there, what's up? You feel me? Stand up and say what's up. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? You can get with this or you can get with that. You better get with this, cause this is where it's at. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? See, I be skipping and jumping, leaving the competition. I make them disappear like your favorite magician. And I ride it till the wheel fall off. I bounce back to back till they necks get soft. Most of the time you see me, I'm being simple. Then many times I'll be busting them up like a pimple, stating my claim to fame, to be one of the baddest young brothers step foot in this game. And I haven't even started yet. You can better believe I take it off the show shot bet. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Well, anyways, don't forget we have Queen of the Ring tournament match of the final first round matchup for the women's side of things on Raw. We also have the main event to find out who will take on Kofi and Woods for the World Tag Team Championships at Queen of the Ring. But right now, the final first round King of the Ring qualifier on the Raw side of things. We have Austin Theory versus Austin Theory versus R-Truth. I don't quite know what happened there. Nonetheless, Grayson on the outside. Let's get this going, shall we? He's R-Truth had a bit of a jiggy night, and Austin Theory not going to give him the chance to dance around like Cena did all those weeks ago. Jeez. Oof. Which I believe was R-Truth's last singles match, if I'm not mistaken. He put in a solid effort, but was not able to get the win against John Cena on his retirement tour. Which John Cena, a man that is in this tournament and won his first round matchup against Karrion Kross. That was possibly match of the tournament for both sides of things on both brands, I feel like, between Cena and Kross. That was a fight and a half as Theory goes into the cover over R-Truth. One kick out there by R-Truth. So it could be interesting to see a rematch. In either of these two situations, Austin Theory pointed it out, was saying R-Truth was a wasted person to take on John Cena because he knew he would lose. Like, Theory knows that R-Truth would lose. Waller knew that R-Truth would lose. I mean, I think a lot of us were, hoping for a solid matchup, and it was hard to say, we both love R-Truth, or we all love R-Truth, we all love John Cena, so it was hard to say we really wanted to win that matchup. But Theory and Waller had no faith in R-Truth at all, where Theory is a man that's beaten John Cena. Yeah, he's beaten down R-Truth right now. I mean, he beat him at WrestleMania 39, so... Jeez, Austin Theory looking to get another win over John Cena, so if he advances in this tournament, he might be able to see John Cena. But geez, the ref was dealing with an exposed top hook that Waller did do, but geez. Theory nonetheless, the big boot there. Going to that cover. One. Kick out there by R-Truth. Theory controlling this matchup so far. In theory, that would expect you to think that he would win the match, but you never know. And man, like John Cena has been beaten down many a times throughout the majority of the matchup and then still been able to pull out the winner at the end. Maybe R-Truth might be able to do the same thing his childhood hero, quote unquote, can do. He might be able to do it here tonight in this King of the Ring tournament matchup against Austin Theory, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. I always question with stuff like this. I mean, we've been talking about people that are in tag teams that have, like, geez, the person who's the world champion that they would eventually take on, like Damian Priest being in the SmackDown half of things, with Finn Balor supposedly still WWE Universe champion if he can get cleared. Jeez, gets the leg drop there by R-Truth. Jeez, and a leg drop there, which he's been given an extra week because we said the week before King Queen of the Ring. That's been pushed a week later as of last week. So he's been given the opportunity to have an extra week to just make sure he gets cleared in time, effectively, which will be good for Finn Balor. And hopefully we can see that match between Balor and Rollins. As R-Truth gets that leg drop right on the chest of Austin Theory, goes to cover. Jeez, what was that by Waller there? Jeez. Trying to swipe at the ref's legs, but I think might missed. I don't know either way. R-Truth hadn't noticed it. The ref hadn't noticed it. Doesn't matter if Austin Theory noticed it, I don't think. It wasn't in the place to capitalise. Jeez, R-Truth getting some shots right now on Austin Theory. Jeez, then a shot right to the midsection. But, you know, about a question about the Damian Priest Ben Balor's, like, if they meet, but how's Waller thinking right now? We now know this is the final matchup. This final first round matchup. So nobody else, unless we need a stand-in, but I don't actually know how that happened if somebody gets injured. Will we have a stand-in, or would the person just advance, get a bye, effectively kick out there at 2 by Theory there? Jeez. But as far as I'm aware, either way, Waller, unlikely to be in this tournament now. So how does he feel? Is he just happy for Austin Theory, or is there a little bit of jealousy there, or is there a little bit of both, you know? Maybe he wishes he was in Waller's Theory's spot, but he's happy for him at the same time. You know, he probably hopes they're both in, you know what I mean? 2 kick out there by Theory. So I guess you got to question how exactly is Waller feeling right now. And you can even question how Theory's feeling right now, because he may feel like, oh, I'm so glad I'm in this tournament. But I feel bad that my tag team partner's not in this, and maybe he's feeling a little selfless and going like, oh, maybe Waller should have had my spot. I mean, he hasn't been that selfless enough to say, oh, you can have it. Jeez, R-Truth not too happy that Waller was exposing that turnbuckle. And I think Theory looking to take advantage. Jeez, gets that dropkick right on R-Truth there. Jeez. Oof. R-Truth was still had his eyes focused on Waller as he was walking away. He should have been focusing on that man right there as he drops R-Truth right onto his knee. Jeez. Covers 1, 2. Kick out there by R-Truth. R-Truth still in this matchup, still fighting. Jeez. What's up? Was R-Truth's shoulder. That's what's up. I can't believe it's taken me that long to think of that. But that's, jeez, what was that by Theory? Class, he's up, and he just went down. Not quite A-Town down, but down nonetheless. 1, 2. Kick out there by R-Truth, jeez. Theory doesn't quite believe it. I wasn't expecting that out of Theory. Man's got hops. Jeez. Anyways, Austin Theory now. Jeez, oh, right to the back of R-Truth. That was nasty. Nasty. Nonetheless, Theory now gets that drop kick right on R-Truth. Oh, but R-Truth pulls down Theory for a roller pick, and he's still in it. 1, 2. Oh, Austin Theory pops that shoulder up. Jeez, but R-Truth gets that leg drop on Austin Theory there. Jeez. Oh, what a shot by R-Truth. That was beautiful. Jeez, R-Truth. What's he got to do? Keep down Austin Theory. He's trying some moves out right now. What's this? This is an interesting shot. Oh, there we go. He's had a very close-up shot of R-Truth's face. Oh, was Waller exposed his turnbuckle again? And now yet again distracting R-Truth. Austin Theory getting back up to his feet. Jeez. Austin Theory now grabs at R-Truth. Gets that backslide. 1, 2. Oh, R-Truth barely gets his shoulder up. Jeez, a little bit of a stare on that. Jeez, R-Truth now. No, dodges him. No Theory, jeez. Nobody wants to get in too close because that might happen. You might get hit in the face. There's R-Truth now. Going to work. Ryan Austin Theory sends him into that corner. It's been exposed a few times. And not currently. Now R-Truth is stomping the hell out of Austin Theory there. Jeez. And now R-Truth off the ropes and a leg drop. Jeez, that was back of the head. Jeez. Oh, and again as he was getting up too. That was brutal. But R-Truth, jeez. Oh, and what was that by R-Truth? I don't even know. But jeez, Austin Theory. No, R-Truth, no. Jeez, back and forth. Oh, R-Truth. Theory doesn't want any of this, but jeez. R-Truth gonna start swinging anyways. And drop kicks him down. Jeez. No. R-Truth. Over to the midsection. Jeez. Oh, Doc's under. Oh, we mentioned this quote-unquote Childhood Hero earlier. Oh, thank R-Truth. Looking to come back. Oh, and Austin Theory. Jeez. Gets that slam down. I mean, Austin Theory's been compared to John Cena a little decent bit. Oh, come on. I was going to say, man, is R-Truth thinking about it, but jeez, right now R-Truth's thinking about Grayson Waller because Grayson Waller's bloody distracting him yet again. Truth, get your head in the game, man. Hit your 5 moves of doom. And Austin Theory. Oh, jeez. R-Truth, he saw it coming. Jeez. Golf, what happens? One too many times. Jeez, R-Truth for the shot right to the face. Oh, R-Truth now. Grayson Waller was dealing with a fan of the crowd. He didn't know it's R-Truth. Jeez. Waller sends R-Truth back in. Clearly not hard enough. What's that from R-Truth? And now Austin Theory picking him up. Jeez, A-Town down. Right to R-Truth. Covers 1, 2, 3. Jeez. Come on now. It's not how we should do things. It's not how it should go. Scumbaggery has just gotten Austin Theory away into the King of the Ring tournament, into the next round. That is. I guess we'll see who we take it on. Maybe it might be John Cena. Maybe it might be Obafemi. We don't quite know yet. Or it could be the one Randy Orton. I guess have to see who Austin Theory will have to take on at a later date. Jeez. That was brutal from R-Truth to R-Truth there. That's a very nasty maneuver. Could very much do some strong damage, but wasn't enough there at that point. And even was this. Jeez, surprisingly, that was back to our back as well, don't forget. Jeez, and R-Truth was still able to power through. Showed that durability and endurance that his childhood hero has in John Cena. But not quite enough to deal with all the scumbaggery of Grayson Waller. And we can thank Grayson Waller for costing R-Truth this matchup here. Jeez, that was a weirdly close angle of that we had of R-Truth. Jeez, we would completely missed the move if we did that. But nonetheless, jeez, it nearly ended here. This was so close. I think R-Truth just like millisecond away. Got his shoulder like a millimetre, if that, off the ground. It was a keen eye from the referee, especially from the position he was at. But nonetheless, you know, it looks like R-Truth had it at one point. He even saw the whole distraction coming and counted it all. And then he had to get out there, try and deal with Grayson Waller. Wasn't quite enough because then Grayson Waller was able to chuck R-Truth back into the ring. Which then led to Austin Theory being able to put Truth down with this move right there, right on the knee, knocking out Truth enough for the 3 counts. There it is.
Here is your winner, Austin Theory.
Well, I'm sure not many people are happy about this, but I'll tell you 2 people that are. It is the 2 people that you see in the ring right now. A-Town down under. Austin Theory has advanced in the King of the Ring tournament matchup. Who will we see him face either next week or the week after? I do not know. But in the meantime, what I do know is we have the final first round Queen of the Ring tournament matchup for the Raw side of things. And this one's going to be interesting. Very much a veteran versus rookie type situation. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this match plays out. Could be a very star-making performance for this woman right here.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Port St. Lucie, Florida, Jaida Parker.
Well, Miss Parker making her way down to the ring. You wouldn't be able to tell that she's the rookie in this matchup, but strolling down with a lot of confidence. But out comes the veteran that everybody knows very, very well, and that is, of course, once hugger, now role model. Oof, oof.
From San Jose, California, Bayley.
Don't know what the oof, oof was, but nonetheless, Bayley is out here. She's excited to be in this tournament. Anyways, don't forget, still to come tonight, main event, World Tag Team title contender matchup. But right now we had the Queen of the Ring tournament matchup. So without further ado, it is Miss Parker, Jaida Parker versus Bayley. So let's get it on with, shall we? Women's action right now. Let's go. Jeez. I'll call on elbow tie up here. Who's going to get the advantage here? I do not know. I always never know what to do when these matches happen because I don't really know. It's just a lot of holding. You know, it's jockeying for position. It's a little bit mental too in a lot of ways because whoever wins out this one is going to have that mental advantage for the rest of the thing. When it's a little bit of technique, it's a lot of strength as well. Well, it's a lot of both. And Jaida Parker's one that's able to chuck Bayley off and gets that back body drop and gets that elbow. Jeez, the rookie just outclassed the veteran right now. Or maybe it was more of an outpower, I don't know. But Jaida Parker saying it was easy. Oh yeah, again, go back into another collar and elbow tie. Bayley saying if it's that easy, why not go a second round, shall we? And Jaida Parker showing off right now, getting that arm. Bayley not looking in good right now. Like I said, Jaida Parker is looking all the veteran right now. And make it look like Bayley's the rookie. But geez, maybe not. After Bayley just pulled out that. I don't think I've ever seen Bayley do that before. That was all kind of fancy shit. Now Bayley going to make Jaida pay for being all this cocky and all this confident. Jeez, and Bayley's just going to work right now on Jaida. Jeez. Bayley in secure control of this matchup. Jeez, this is not very much into into Bayley's favour. I wonder if Jada's regretting the way that she was treating Bayley so far. And how cocky she's feeling. Maybe she's regretting that cocky feeling, but maybe not, as Jaida Parker's been able to bring this back into her favour. Jeez, oh, and Jada's going to give a little bit of a taste of her own Bayley's medicine. I think that was only Bayley just trying to get Jaida to snap back into things and teach her a bit of a lesson. With Jaida Parker now rebusting out revenge. Oh, jeez, Bayley grabs the waist. He's going to do a bit of a reverse bear hug here. I mean, I know Bayley used to be a hugger. I don't think this is quite what Bayley meant when she used to be when she was a hugger, though. Not this kind of thing. But nonetheless, Jaida Parker grabs, just got the waist around her right now. Oh, jeez, oh, Bayley messing around Jaida Parker right there. Jeez. Oof, who's going to win at this one? I mean, Bayley in the dominant position here. Jaida Parker, she's trying to break out of it. What will happen? I don't know. Bayley, jeez. Getting up, maybe Jaida Parker fighting out of it a little bit. I don't know. Let's see how this goes. Like I said, I've struggled to call this sometimes. I'm just not quite sure what happens sometimes, what to say. But I feel like I've done an okay job so far. And she's Bayley just wrenching on this head more and more. Just the grip getting tighter and tighter, I'm sure. Oh, jeez, no, just wrenching in it too. Jeez. That's not going to be good on Jaida Parker's neck. It's not going to be feeling too good after being in this side headlock for a while and just feeling everywhere. Wrenching it everywhere. On the ground. Up here. Did it a bit of a spin too. But geez, Jaida Parker, oh, grabs the waist of Bayley now. Now it's Jaida Parker that's giving Bayley the hug. Jaida Parker being the hugger right here. Jeez. Oh, but Bayley, snapmare. And now, yeah, again, this is more of a chin lock more than a side headlock, if I'm not mistaken. But geez, nonetheless, Bayley just wrenching her away. Jaida Parker, yeah, she looks very close to being choked there, but Jaida Parker wrenching that arm. Jeez, right around the back of Bayley. Jeez, I was not expecting this technical display between these two. Especially not from Jaida Parker. It's not quite what I've expected from her, but nonetheless, I think this is very much just, it's the basics of wrestling. And like I said, it is rookie versus veteran. The veteran's trying to take the rookie to school. And she was to start off with, and then she was, but now, jeez, oh, Bayley gets that crossbody. The rookie been taken to school here, gets that pin, 1. Geez, Jaida Parker nearly a 2 there already, but I'm not surprised. Both women are probably very worn out from doing that. But geez, oh, Bayley. Oh, but Jaida, jeez. Bayley gets another crossbody. Jeez. And Bayley now just trying to urge Jaida Parker to get back up to her feet. What's she going to do? Oh, but Jaida right to the face of Bayley, jeez. Forearm, no. Bayley, no. Jaida throws that forearm away. Jeez, and again. Golf, chop, bam, slap. Jaida, this is what I expect from Jaida, these heavy shots, jeez. Golf, but Bayley, she can fight a little bit too. Jeez, but Jaida Parker, I believe that Jaida Parker counted that, whatever it was, jeez. Jaida threatening Bayley, but Bayley's actually going to give it to her. I think it's just sometimes expect, like I said, nobody wants to dip in. Sometimes you don't want to just openly just get a shot here in the face. Jeez, and make sure that you're first in. Bayley counted that foot. Sometimes you've got to suck her in. Sometimes, oh, there we go. Jaida gets that shot right to the midsection. Oh, and now I think these two women, I think maybe, geez, yeah, they're looking to trade blows a little bit here. Yeah, again, now Bayley's trying to teach Jaida how to do the thing in more of a Jada's playbook a little bit situation. And if we say that this maybe leans a bit more towards Jaida, and Bayley's trying to take her to school doing it. Jeez. Ooh, these two not disappointed. Like I said, that final first round matchup of the Queen of the Ring on the Raw side of things. I mean, there's still the one on SmackDown to go between Candice LeRae and Thea Hale, if I'm not mistaken. Jeez, just like we have one more on the men's side of things. That one is escaping me right now, which that is between. But I'm sure it'll be a great matchup. Oh, now I remember. It's Pete Dunne versus a mystery opponent. Yes, I remember now. That's why I couldn't remember. It's because of a mystery opponent kind of blanked out my head a little bit. But yeah, that's going to be very interesting to see that mystery opponent that one Tyler Breeze has brought into this. And of course, I'm sure there's many women watching this. I'm sure the ones from SmackDown, but also more specifically the ones from Raw, because they could be taking on the winner of this one. next week. We don't quite know the situations, who's taking on who, and who's facing when. But all we know right now is Jaida Parker's breaking out of this submission. Jeez, a shot right to the face of Bayley. Jeez, of course, we know Naomi is in the next round for the Raw side of things. Jeez, gets that leg drop. We know Asuka is in the next round. We know Alexa Bliss is in the next round. One of those 3 women could be taking on one of these 2 women next week or the week after. We do not know as of yet. Like I said, Thea vs Candice is happening this week on SmackDown. Don't forget, Cora Jade beat Tegan Nox. Dakota Kai beat Mi Chin. And of course, Roxanne Perez beat Lyra Valkyria. So I'm sure they're still watching it somewhere still, because they could be facing one of these 2 women in the final if that's how things go. Of course, SmackDown vs Raw in the final at King Queen of the Ring pay-per-view. But we don't know. Maybe one of these 2 women will make it to win the Raw side of things and get to that pay-per-view matchup. But I guess we'll have to wait and see as time progresses. As Jaida Parker now gets that backbreaker. Jeez, and now just stretching out Bayley. As of course, we nearly have every man decided that's going to be now in this tournament. Like, who's going to make it, who's going to advance. Of course, like we said, we just saw Austin Theory advance over our Truth. We know John Cena and Randy Orton won their respective matches. They'll be going on. I mean, Randy Orton beat Chad Gable. Jeez, who hasn't been a great month for him. I mean, his team Alpha Academy lost to the Creed, who we'll be seeing later on tonight. Jesus, as Jaida Parker is thought about going to another chain wrestling here, but no, Jaida Parker just stretching out Bayley instead. But I think maybe the most dangerous man in the entire tournament. I mean, there's Obafemi on the Raw side of things, but don't forget on the SmackDown side of things, we have Jacob Fatu, a man that's taken out Kevin Owens before his first matchup on the blooming thing and did all sorts of things to Jimmy Uso, just absolutely dominated that matchup. So imagine that being the final, Jacob Fatu versus Obafemi, but I guess we'll have to wait and see as time progresses, because don't forget, on the SmackDown side of things, Cody Rhodes is in the tournament. So, you know, we can't count out Cody Rhodes, former World Heavyweight Champion, the one that Bron Breakker had to beat by cashing in the Money Night briefcase after a hellish triple threat match with Ted DiBiase Jr. and a man that's in the Raw side of things, Randy Orton, who beat John Cena in his first pay-per-view matchup of the go-home tour before John Cena. And don't also forget that I mentioned earlier, Damon Priest beats LA Knight. So Priest is also in this tournament. So plenty of names on both sides of things. Very interesting to see who will win both tournaments. But right now, Jaida Parker, oh geez, bending Bayley high here. Geez, Jaida Parker showing up and showing out here tonight. I said this could be a star-making performance for Jaida Parker. And it's exactly what's happening. Jaida Parker saying, sure, I mean, maybe I am considered a rookie, and you are considered a veteran, but it does not mean that I am on a different level to you type situation, you know what I mean? I think I said that right. But nonetheless, Jaida Parker gets that shoulder block right up Bayley. It'll be a huge victory here for Jaida Parker. I believe this is her first singles match on Raw. She did have one other matchup on Raw. Bayley was the victor of that matchup. It was a battle royal to decide who was taking on Io Sky for the Women's World Championship at Backlash. So, you know, very interesting that Jaida Parker's first match and only other match here on the main roster was against the woman that she is taking on right now. The winner of that matchup, of course, but it was a battle royal. There was no such thing. I don't recall if Jaida Parker was eliminated by Bayley or not. But nonetheless, Jaida Parker is pulling out an all-star performance here tonight, proving that she is more than a rookie. Even if she may be in her rookie year on the main roster, she is more than capable of going after that Women's World Championship. And Jaida Parker saying that she is not done right now, going to the top rope. He gets that frog splash right to the back of Bayley, goes into the cover hooks the leg. 1, 2, kick out there by Bayley, jeez. Ooh, Bayley, I don't know how much she expected from Jaida. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily expect, jeez, close on there by Jaida Parker. I wouldn't necessarily expect Bayley to, you know, necessarily like be cocky about this. But you've got to question how much you would expect. Like I said, Jaida Parker in a rookie year on the main roster, her first singles match on the main roster in these bright lights with all the people in the attendance here. You know, on Monday Night Raw, the flagship show, as a lot of people say, though, you know, I mean, we try to keep things even as possible. But nonetheless, Bayley just laying into Jaida Parker right now. Jeez, Jaida had enough of it, though. But I don't know if she expected this much out of Jaida Parker. I don't think she planned on expecting her, but, you know, sometimes you just kind of expect certain things when, like, just naturally, just when in the situation that Jaida Parker's in, like I said. But clearly, maybe Bayley shouldn't have. If she had felt that, like I said, maybe she just felt it's the natural point. I don't think she had any purpose, any disrespect. It's just the way things are. Especially Bayley being a veteran and also a Grand Slam champion. Oh, but what is this from Jaida Parker? Geez, Jaida Parker, like I said, star making performance, pulling out all the stops here tonight. Jeez! Dropping right on Bayley there, goes into the cover, works the leg. 1, 2. Oh, Bayley kicks out. Jeez. And I've just seen the face of Bayley. She is battered. You don't think she's quite bleeding, but she is bruised. Jeez. Oof. Bayley gets that shot right at Jade. I mean, Bayley, I think she's fighting for this Marvel Women's World Championship. She's fighting to get some revenge on Io Sky. Io Sky scored a roll-up on her, if I'm not mistaken, to get the win over her at Backlash. And when Bayley's rematch calls at WrestleMania, it was a triple threat match along with Dakota Kai. But Dakota Kai was the one that was pinned. So Bayley, I feel like she feels hard done by, and she feels like she needs to be pinned cleanly or beaten cleanly from Io Sky to be worthy of, like, you know, staying put. And realistically, she never stay put, but you get what I mean. It still feels like unfinished business as Bayley did barely by Bayley. Jeez, but Bayley not quite. I think maybe had her hand on Jaida Parker's shoulder. Jeez, 2 kick out there by Jaida. But jeez, even that Bayley to belly took everything out of Bayley. To the point that she would, you know, she wasn't even proper cover there because her hand was still under Jaida from the belly, Bayley to belly. But now Bayley now looking to rose plant Jaida Parker right in the center of the ring. Jeez, 1, 2, 3. Jeez, Bayley. Oof, she's feeling it there. Basically near collapsed after that fight with Jaida Parker. Jeez, all the props to Jaida Parker. She, like I said, this is possibly a star-making performance. Even in loss, Jaida Parker's looked like a star tonight and definitely should be respected from here on out as a viable threat towards going after anything that she wants here in the WWE. Like I said, I feel like she's just proved it right there. Just, you know, sometimes it's how the cookie crumbles, sometimes it's how the dice roll, sometimes it's just a match goes a certain way, no matter how good you are, no matter how good your opponent is. Sometimes an opportunity just presents itself. And Bayley was able to get the win here tonight, but it was not through trial and tribulation. It was not through not having to fight her absolute heart out to beat Jaida Parker here tonight. Like I said, star-making performance for Jaida Parker. Pull out all the stops just like this. Move right here, jeez. Don't forget the frog splash to the back earlier. As well, Jaida Parker, like I said, she tried to pull out everything. Maybe all she needed was that hypnotic, which she wasn't able to quite get. And jeez, I think after this, it was a Bayley to belly. They quite knocked out both. Yeah, you can see there, Bayley's hand was just under Jada's shoulder. Referee couldn't make the count with that, but was able to there. But Bayley was knackered, but just enough to be able to hit the rose plant right on Jaida Parker, which was enough to keep Jaida down for the 3 count. But Bayley just barely survived Miss Parker here tonight.
Here is your winner, Bayley.
I mean, I was commenting on the Facebook and the midsection of Bayley as well, and the back. Geez, Jaida Parker has done her number on Bayley here tonight. But nonetheless, Bayley was able to get the victory here. Poor veteran was able to beat the rookie here tonight, but I feel like that could easily go a different way the next time these two women face off. But nonetheless, I guess we'll have to wait and see how that things go. Bayley, the final one to advance on the Raw side of things for the Queen of the Ring tournament. Maybe possibly that next step to getting back to Io Sky. But nonetheless, it is a main event time, and we are going to find out who is going to be challenging for the World Tag Team Championships against the New Day at King and Queen of the Ring. And out comes the man that was unsuccessful in his King of the Ring tournament matchup. He's escorting the one set of competitors for this matchup here tonight.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring.
Well, Karrion Kross hoping his faction mates can do what he could not and get onto that King and Queen of the Ring card by winning a tournament. But they've got to take on this team right here, that is for sure.
And their opponents, accompanied by Ivy Nile at a combined weight of 515 pounds, Brutus and Julius Dynamite.
Well, as the Creed brothers are coming down into the ring, let's find out what we've got in store for you next week on Raw So first off, looks like the World Tag Team Champions, the winner of this match will be taking on them. Looks like they're taking on the Wolf Dogs next week. And this is the Battle Royal to find out who will be taking on Logan Paul at King Queen of the Ring. Oh, well, that's going to be the second round of the Queen of the Ring tournament match with Alexa and Naomi. Oh, John Cena over Femi, the second round of the King of the Ring tournament matchup. That is going to be interesting, to say the least. Jeez, John Cena taking on over Femi. Oh, good luck, John. It's all right to almost. I don't always go over to you. But anyways, I mentioned the winner of this match taking on the opponents of the Wolf Dogs next week. Of course, Wolf Dogs now taking on the New Day next week. I mean, we had them take on Kofi Kingston and CM Punk. Why not? They took on Heart Attack Champs already. Why not take on all of them? I mean, Punk did say, why not be a tag team? This is them being a tag team, I guess. But nonetheless, looks like Rezar starting out heavy right now. Brutus Creed, who is going to be able to take on the New Day for the World Tag Team Championships at King Queen of the Ring. But, I mean, this is also going to be interesting. Sure, whoever wins this matchup, good for you. You get that World Tag Team title opportunity. But what happens if the Wolf Dogs beat the New Day next week? Does it become a triple threat match? What's Bron Breakker doing? Because if he's getting that what's happening with the world title shot, you know? Does that mean he'll get postponed again? I don't think he'll take that. Will he take 2 matches in one night? Kick out there by 2? Or will it be whoever wins this match will take on the Wolf Dogs at Clash of the Castle? Jeez, what a show right to the back there to Brutus Creed. You never quite know, I guess. Jeez, an elbow right to the head of Brutus Creed there. Jeez, that was brutal. I guess we'll just see how things go at this moment in time. And jeez, Rezar just... like just rating Brutus's face with that cut there, just raking his forearm across, just trying to open it more. And geez, that knee's not going to help either. This is not looking a good start for the Creeds. I mean, it felt that way very much against Gallus as well. AOP are proving dominance now that they're back here in WWE. What's a headbutt? Jeez, but Brutus Creed has opened good already. Jesus, the match has barely started. We've had nobody been tagged in yet. As that things have just been changed. Rezar tags in Akam and Jesus, shot right to the midsection. Jeez, it looks like the Creeds are going to be fighting an uphill battle, and if anything, you'd expect it from AOP in a way. They'd be fighting because they had to wrestle last week against Gallus, where the Creeds, they had a week off. They had a week to prepare. They're able to study who they were taking on with Rezar and Akam. They would have to study the Creeds and the Alpha Academy because they didn't know at the time. And then they only switched to the Creeds. Jeez, headbutt there missed. Well, it was dodged by Brutus, but not able to make the distance to Julius, while also then still worrying about Gallus and having to focus on them. So they had all the disadvantages in the world. But nonetheless, right now they're proving to have the dominance advantage here. Jeez. Oof. Just laying in right now. Brutus Creed, all these elbows are right to that cut. Pinpoint accuracy right here by Akam. Jeez. And I'm just picking up, looking just a manhandling, tossing him across the ring. I'm sure Karrion Kross very happy about this, like I said. Maybe the AOP, the Authors of Pain, can do what he could not and win a tournament to get himself to King and Queen of the Ring. Well, technically that's not true, because if he won the tournament, he would have already won at King and Queen of the Ring, because that's how you win the tournament, where the tournament for the tag titles ends here. The tag team championship matches at King and Queen of the Ring, where the winner of the King and Queen of the Ring tournament ends at SummerSlam. So it's kind of a little off there, cover there too. Kick out there by Brutus Creed, not looking good. Already, both members of AOP have been legal participants, and now both members have been tagged into the matchup before Julius even gets involved, yet alone Brutus Creed being tagged back into the match to make all those extra formalities and all those little extra things, details that I always like to mention, you know what I mean? Jeez, Rezar not very happy with Julius Creed's intervention in this matchup, jeez. Sending him to the outside. And geez, Ivy now just trying to give Brutus Creed just a bit of desperation here. From Ivy now just trying to distract Rezar. Brutus Creed just unleashing right now on Rezar. This is just what he has to do. He's just going to have to fight hard right now to just take down these men, especially when Julius is down. Jeez! That's one way to do it, that's for sure. Brutus sees Julius Creed get back up to the apron. Jeez, after that avalanche German suplex, giving the Creed enough time for Julius Creed to be taken to the match. The fresh man here now, Julius Creed, could go to work. A very impressive man is Julius Creed. I mean, not to disrespect Brutus Creed, but I mean, it was Julius Creed that caught the eyes of Bobby Lashley to the point that Bobby Lashley felt like he had to take on Julius Creed to weaken him for the profits. Jesus, Julius Creed goes right into the barricade there. Oh, it's not looking good. He had that burst of offense, but Julius Creed, I think, a little too focused on all the Final Testament, all there on one side pretty much. But Julius is fighting back. He gets that DDT right to the outside. Jeez. Rezar feeling the damage, feeling the pain right now. Oh, jeez, Karrion Kross trying to get in the way of Julius Creed. Julius Creed trying to attempt to back off, and Scarlett. And Paul Ellering there just looking there menacingly. And that's enough for Rezar to get a knee right to the face of Julius Creed and sending him right to the barricade hard. Oh, and is Rezar looking to pick out a counter victory here, but Julius has noticed. And he's right back in. Karrion trying to stop it, but not happening. There is Julius. But geez, Rezar bulk, but Julius, boof. 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 Big boof. Not quite big boof, it was more of an STO than a clothesline, but nonetheless, Julius Creed is all fired up. Oh, but now Scarlett playing intervention here. I mean, I know Ivy now is on the one side of the ring, but this match does kind of feel like 5-on-3 a little bit instead of 2-on-2, though I feel like you've got to argue the managers aren't quite a full one because they can't necessarily take the pinfall. They can't exactly do damage, so at least without the referee being turned a blind eye. Jeez, not able to get that all. Was Akam, but geez, still able to stay on top. I feel like it's maybe more like a, I don't know, like a 3.5 versus 2.5 type situation, you know what I mean? I don't know if managers are fully considered one, maybe they can be considered a half depending on how useful they are, I guess, but varying levels. But nonetheless, of course, only 4 men can be pinned or submitted, and only 4 men can do the pinning or the submitting. I guess I have to see how that goes. If that is how it goes, it could have been a counter. We nearly saw it earlier. And jeez, AOP is dominating this matchup. They are being the authors of paint. Right in the book of the creeds. I feel like I've tried to say something really cool there and it hasn't quite worked. I do apologise. Jeez, just coming to tell you, nearly an hour of the show. We just had that amazing matchup between Bayley and Jaida Parker. Jeez. Oh, but Akam now just brutalising Julius Creed. Jeez. And I think Julius might be busted open on the opposing eye to the one that Brutus Creed is busted open on. If I am not mistaken, jeez, I have a brain chop. Maybe we're able to get a better shot of it here. Yeah, he is. The opposing eye to the one that Brutus Creed is. I mean, I think that's kind of funny considering they're brothers and, you know, the bad tag partners. And one's got the left eye busted and the other one's got the right eye busted, or at least near to the eye. Nonetheless, Akam, not finding it funny, just enjoying the pain maybe. I don't know, either way. Gets into the cover after that powerbomb. But Brutus Creed breaks it up. I mean, we had to have everybody be tagged into this matchup. Because, of course, Brutus Creed has been the legal participant in this matchup, but yet to be tagged in what? It looks like Ivy now just trying to distract Akam, but jeez. But Julius still gets that clothesline on Akam after Akam just threatened Ivy Nile. Julius Creed is not going to take that lightly. He just threatened Ivy Nile. Jeez. Go for the knee. Oh no, Akam gets out of harm's way and gets another knee shot right to the face. Jeez. It's any chance of a burst of offense. Jeez. Julius Creed just snapped. I don't even think he expected that. Akam, I think he's just been lost for concentration. I wasn't expecting Julius Creed to be able to do that. And then distracted by Ivy Nile and all everything going on. Brutus Creed is all fired up. He gets that powerbomb. Right. To Akam, but now, as soon as Scarlett saw the possible advantage. Oh, jeez. Ivy Nile. Oh, wait, no, jeez. Akam now. Come on, ref. You got to sort this out. What's going on here? Jeez. Why is Ivy Nile in the middle of the ring? Jeez. Akam. Oh, so ref. I think he just hit her. Nonetheless. Jeez, still, Brutus Creed was distracted with Scarlett. Jeez. Poor Ellering watching on. Jeez, Brutus Creed. This is not looking good. Like I said, any chance that one of the Creeds has a chance to get into to just get some offense going, like it just gets ended abruptly by either the Authors of Pain or one of the ones on the outside distracting them. But jeez, oh no, I think this is looking out to end this over. They beat Gallus. Neck breaker, powerbomb. Right up, Brutus Creed covers 1, 2, but Julius Creed kicks him, kicks Rezar off. Rezar not going to tell me about that. Julius Creed just saving the matchup, jeez, and just grabs him now. And now Rezar just salam, but just a strike right to the heavy chest of Julius Creed. There, Julius Creed having to roll to the outside. And geez, Ivy Nile, I think he's distracting Rezar yet again. You're trying to give Brutus Creed the advantage. Jeez. Both shots right to the chest. Jeez. This referee, what's referee doing? I don't quite know. Nonetheless, what the hell is this going on for Brutus Creed? Jeez, just tossing him. I think the referee just ejected Ivy Nile as if. And you know, oh jeez, we saw Mike Rowan be intimidated by Karrion Kross earlier, like he always seems to when the final testament, all Karrion Kross coming out. But he's clearly intimidated enough not to get them ejected, but Ivy Nile ejected. Jeez. Brutus Creed hard to strike with Karrion Kross. Oh, maybe he was playing possum there. Maybe he's playing possum. Jeez, gets an uppercut. Maybe trying to take down Final Testament, making them feel like they're not working anymore at the same time. Brutus Creed using his head here. Going to work. Oh, Rezar gets the reverse fireman's drop right to the back of Rezar. Jeez. And Brewer's Creed now into the corner. Tags in Julius. Jeez. Julius now buff. What's this? Sends it into the corner. Right to Brewers. Brewers gets that clothesline. Jeez. And Julius now. Oh. Rezar wisely rolls out of the ring. But Julius Creed, he's fired up nonetheless anyways. Jeez. And Julius goes flying. Takes down Rezar. We're trying to keep an eye on things. Akam's been taken down. Jeez. Julius Creed. What's he got in store? For Rezar. They're sending him back into the ring. Julius. Up to the top he goes. Julius Creed. Oh, Rezar get back to his feet though. Double axe handle. Right there. Jeez. Julius Creed. Back up to the top rope again. And this time, shooting star press. Right to Rezar. He comes back in the ring though. Not taking any kind into any of this. Offense that the Creeds are finally building some huge momentum. And Creed has sent him flying into the corner. What is this from Julius? Jeez, oh no, Julius is going to toss Akam off the top rope. Jeez, Julius Creed getting all fired up here. This is what Bobby Lashley was scared of from Julius Creed. Jeez, Julius Creed all fired up. Akam's been taken down. Rezar's in the corner. Julius tags in Brewer's Creed. I think I know what we're setting up for the Doomsday. Brewer's Ball. Jeez, the heavy impact there. Shot right down to the mat. Bruce goes for that cover. 1, 2, 3. Jeez. And there we go. Creed Brothers, Diamond Mine able to get the win there. Jeez. And all the fun a Desperate can do, including what the other half of the offense Spain, all they could do was look on at that point. Akam was just not able to get there in time to stop the pinfall. It was a mile away. Jeez. Just that explosion of offense from the Creeds just after that one certain point. It was just all those bursts of offense and they just weren't able to keep it sustained for one reason or another. But I think partially losing Ivy getting ejected just maybe just fired up and like getting attacked as well at one point. Yeah, that's questionable. Just fired up the Creeds on a whole nother level and they just saw opportunity. They just fought hard. They dug deep and they were able to push through to the point of their momentum. Like kinetic energy shit, you know what I mean? You know, sometimes when I'm just running and I just jog for long enough, I can sprint like nobody else's business. And I can do without it. And that's exactly what happened to the Creeds. They jogged basically where they could. Even if they walked in little bits of it, by the end of it, they got that final sprint to the end where they were able to go faster than ever. And they were able to go harder than ever. And he was able to get the win over the very dominant AOP. Jeez, I think I had AOP to build to win this tournament when they took on Gallus last week, or the mini tournament at least. But no, the Creeds are able to pull out all the stops here tonight. And you know what winning this match means. You know what it means. It means the King Queen of the Ring, they're going to be taking on the New Day for the World Tag Team titles.
Here are your winners, Brutus Creed and Julius Creed. Diamond Mine.
Well, congrats to the Creeds for winning this match a bit tonight. It's been a bit weird. We've had no promos tonight, but, you know, got to mix it up, I guess. Nonetheless, anyways, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you for SmackDown.